So many have tried to explain all the different things you can do with PSA when it comes to autographs. And so what I'm going to try to do is clear the air and give some thoughts as to how the heck PSA does their system. Sorry for the shaking. So what I did was I kind of created a flow chart here, and then I'm going to show you examples of each of these listings that I have here so you can really understand how many different ways PSA can take your money when it comes to autographs. And I just want everybody to kind of understand how it works. So Collectors Universe is the parent company for PSA. And PSA has two distinct sides of their business. They have PSA, which we can typically know as red flips, flips being the top of the card that lists the type of card, what year, the card number, the grade, etc. We call that a flip. So the red flips are the PSA side. Separate, completely separate from that, is the PSA DNA side, also known as the blue flip side. So when I say blue flip, I mean PSA DNA. When I say red flip, I mean PSA. Now, these have two distinct set registries. They are separate from each other. You can have a card that is a blue flip and the exact same card in a red flip, and they are not listed on the same set registry. It is really, really confusing, and in my opinion, absolutely unnecessary and silly. So under that, under the red flip side, you can see there are 4 different ways to have your autograph dealt with in terms of PSA. On the blue flip side, there's really only 2. And you might pause this or something and take a picture of it or something, print it out, because I'm going to go over the ones that are listed down at the bottom. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is I would show examples of each of the different ways that PSA DNA can, or PSA, I'm sorry, or PSA DNA can look at autograph cards. This first one is for modern autographs, and they define that as basically in the modern, certified autograph era, which is I think 1998 to present. Here's what happens. They get a card like this 2017 Topps Tribute Autographs Purple, and they put a mint 9. Well, guess what? They are not, and I repeat, not certifying that that is Ivan Rodriguez's autograph. All they are doing is grading this card, and not anything at all about the autograph, simply the quality of the card. And in this case, it's a mint 9, but in no way, shape, or form are they saying that Mr. Rodriguez, Ivan Rodriguez, signed this card. So that's the first one. And I think that would surprise a lot of people on these modern autographs. When you send in a Bowman card or whatever, they are not saying one hide nor hair that that autograph is authentic. They are simply grading the quality of the card. Second one that I do is where they actually list the card in this case, a 1983 Donruss Hall of Fame Heroes Duke Snider. So they are saying, by listing the card, they're saying, yep, this is a 1983 Donruss Hall of Fame Heroes Duke Snider. Yep. And we are certifying that the autograph on here is authentic, that Duke Snider really signed this card. They're not saying the grade of the card nor the grade of the autograph. They're simply saying that both are real, that this is a real 1983 Donruss Hall of Fame Heroes Duke Snider, and that that is really Duke Snider's autograph. So that's number 2. The third one, I'm going to use this Phil Rizzuto autograph to show you an example. So here's what they're saying about this card. Yes, this is a 1998 Donruss Signature, Significant Signatures Phil Rizzuto card. And it's a mint 9, the card itself. And we are also saying that that is Phil Rizzuto's signature. So it is both guaranteed, or it's an authentic card that is a grade mint 9, and it's an authentic Phil Rizzuto autograph. Going back to the Pudge, I'll put it next to it, kind of, you can see, if I just put the cert and the flip, let me get that right there. It's not saying anything about the autograph being Pudge Rodriguez's, that it's certified. Nope. They're just saying the card's a mint. This card's a mint 9, and the auto is indeed, in their opinion, Phil Rizzuto's autograph. Now, the fourth version, which unfortunately I haven't done this yet because it's a new service, but the dual service. So when you hear dual service at PSA, they're talking about that they are going to authenticate and grade the card and authenticate and grade the signature. That can be for anything you would ever send them. It could be an in-person, let's say you're doing like Garrett does, Hall of Fame football rookie card autographs. So if he sent in Roger Staubach rookie card, 1972 tops, I think. So if he sent in a 72 tops Roger Staubach card, autographed by Roger Staubach, they would, in a dual service scenario, say, yep, it's a real 72 tops Roger Staubach, and grade that card, whatever numeric grade 1 through 10. And yep or nope, that is a real Roger Staubach autograph, and they would grade the autograph 1 through 10. So that's what the dual service really is. So that's just the PSA side. Now, when you have the PSA DNA side, aka the blue flip, I'm going to put two of them here because they both matter in terms of trying to understand how this craziness works. So until about several years ago, the card on the left, the Frank Thomas autograph, they would actually put the year of the card and what card it was. And then they would certify the autograph, and they'd say, well, they got to the point not long ago where they said, you know what, we don't really know, or we don't really want to say that that's a real 2008 UD Masterpieces Frank Thomas. We haven't done any we're just saying it because that's what it looks like. We're not truly authenticating it. So what they did was, and this was to lay the groundwork for this whole dual service crap that they've pulled, is over on the right. Now, if you send in a baseball card, they will simply say trading card. Well, that's a 1983 Donruss Hall of Fame Heroes, and that's all well and good, but they're not going to say that on the card unless you do it as the dual service. They're authenticating that it's a real autograph. And why that sucks, let me tell you why that sucks. Because if it said, I have a set registry for the 1983 Donruss Hall of Fame Heroes set for the autograph grades. And if you don't have a grade, a numeric grade on the autograph, it will not show up for that set registry. So I'm screwed twice on the red roughing. A, it doesn't have a grade, a numeric grade, so that's no good. And B, it doesn't have 1983 Donruss Hall of Fame Heroes. So this is a double strikeout that will not show up in that set registry, which is like, oh my gosh, are you serious? So now I got to pay again to have it graded and put in a dual service. So it's a total money grab for PSA to do this and screw us over. Whereas before it used to at least say 1983 Donruss Hall of Fame Heroes, and so these are the ungraded versions. And then the other, so you can get the autographs simply authenticated, or in the case of these two cards, you can send them on the blue flip side to be both, the one on the left is an older one because it actually names the card that it is for the Mariano Rivera. Look at that beautiful Gem Mint 10 Mariano Rivera autograph, but it's not, I mean, it's a Gem Mint 10, so it's certified, and here's the card that they put down. And then on the right, the newer version where they just simply call it a trading card, but they are grading the autograph. So you have ungraded on the blue side and graded autographs, numerical graded. Both are saying it's authentic. Like either side, either way, either you go a grade or no grade. It's either authentic, yes or no, blue flip, and then do you want a grade on it? Both of which cost more money. If you want to add a grade to a card, it costs more money. Usually $10 or so to add a grade. But the only way for any autograph to show up in a set registry at all, so for the Brooks Robinson on the right to show up as, let's say, Hall of Famers autographs, and that's the best, in fact, that is the best Brooks Robinson autograph I have, it's a 10. For that to show up and count towards my Hall of Fame PSA DNA set registry, which is, oh, by the way, totally separate from your red flip PSA set registry, it has to have a numeric grade. So the 10 is required to make that count. So all of this is just totally confusing. There's so many different ways that PSA and PSA DNA are trying to separate us from our money in our wallets instead of allowing us to buy really cool cards. So that's my 2 cents on this whole PSA DNA system. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Happy to answer questions. I'm not saying I know everything about this and have this completely figured out, but I have over 300 certified or slabbed autographs in all the various forms. So it's just something I've kind of learned over time and asking questions. So hope you enjoyed it and hope you have a great night.